Welcome to today's lesson. Our topic is Sesame Street looks for a new home. Before we dive into the article, here's something to think about. What role does children's TV play in shaping values? And how do we protect such content when media changes? Let's start with a similar case. Nickelodeon's Blue's Clues was revived with a new host and format. It respected the original show's legacy while updating it for today's kids. In the US, public broadcasters like PBS have faced funding cuts. Shows like Arthur or Reading Rainbow struggled to survive due to budget issues. EBS's Ding Dong Dang Kindergarten is Korea's longest-running kids show. Like Sesame Street, it teaches life skills, but has changed platforms over time. Netflix's Storybots is a new model of educational TV. It combines entertainment and science in short, catchy formats for digital native kids. Why has Sesame Street lasted so long? Because it mixes fun with values. It shaped how generations learn, feel, and see the world. Sesame Street uses fun songs, puppets, and stories to teach serious things: numbers, reading, emotions, and even grief. The show was banned in Mississippi for showing interracial friendship. But that's what made it powerful. It modeled equality. Sesame Street tackled real-life issues, from losing a loved one to dealing with post-9/11 fear. It helps kids handle emotions adults struggle with. HBO Max is cutting ties with Sesame Street, and government support may shrink. What happens to content that isn't trendy anymore? If public interest declines and private streaming services don't support such shows, who will fund values-driven content? Even if Sesame Street leaves TV, its influence remains. Values-based storytelling still matters. The real question is, where will we tell those stories next? Now let's move on to key expressions. Let's look at two key expressions. Number one is be designed to. This phrase is often used when describing the function or intention behind a product, system, or creative work. It highlights that something was carefully planned to achieve a result. Let's take a look at the examples. In the first example, this means their function was made with quick safety in mind. In the second example, it shows the goal is to keep viewers emotionally engaged. Next is work on. This phrase is used to describe continuous progress toward a goal, especially in self-development, projects, or skills. It suggests long-term effort and persistence. Let's take a look at the examples. In the first example, this means you're actively trying to improve a personal habit. In the second example, it implies a long-term commitment toward a tough goal. Great. Let's now learn some key vocabulary that will help you follow along more easily. I'll explain each word, tell you what it means, and then we'll look at an example sentence together to see it in action. The word grieving. This is commonly used when someone is emotionally processing the death of a loved one. It can also apply to any major loss, such as a relationship or job. In the example, this means she was feeling deep emotional pain. Empathy. It's often used in social, emotional, or educational contexts where understanding others' emotions or perspectives is essential. In the example, it shows kids how to understand how others feel. Jeopardy. This is used in formal or serious contexts to describe situations where something valuable is at risk, such as a life, a business, or a reputation. In the example, this shows that something is at serious risk. Great job today, everyone. We explored how Sesame Street has educated and inspired for decades, and why it still matters. Don't forget to read the article and come to the review lesson for more practice. See you next time.